Hello children, hello parents and everybody viewing this. This video is exclusively for the SSC students, the State Board of Maharashtra, the 10th standard examination, the board examination. With less than 15 days to run your examination, your life's first ever board examination, I'm going to give you a strategy, a plan, a structure which can help you grow, succeed and get the marks that you really want. How you can utilize the remaining 13 odd days in the most effective manner so that your percentage can increase and reach to a point where you know that you're going to be happy with that. So I hope you're ready to take down notes as I'm going to explain this to you, how you can work it out in the next 15 days. So I want you to begin your study at 5 a.m. in the morning. From 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. should be your slot 1. That's your first slot. And then I want you to start again at 9 a.m. And this should go till 10:30. And then I want you to come again at 12 o'clock, 12 noon and go till 1:30. And then I want you to take another slot over here, which is at 4 o'clock. Now this slot should be 4 to 6. And then one last slot, which is at 8 o'clock. This should be 8 to 9:30 p.m. These are the slots that I want you to follow at 10:30. So this is the slot from 5 a.m. to 9:30. I'm telling you two things now. First of all, I'm going to tell you what you should be doing during this slot, and I'm going to tell you what you should be doing in between these slots. So there are two things that I'm going to tell you right now. So I want you to open your eyes over here before 5 a.m. so that you can be with the books at sharp 5 a.m. Okay. Now, what do you do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.? Have your breakfast, take your bath, listen to music, watch movie, see something on YouTube, etc. Or maybe on social media, etc. What do I want you to do between 10:30 and 12? Again, you can watch a movie, listen to music, you can go out, you can be on social media, you can just do anything, whatever you want to do here. This is strict. Here I want you to have your lunch and I want you to sleep. Make sure that you are sleeping over here because you've woken early in the morning. You must have the sleep time over here. Now this is again important. What you should be doing between 4 and 6. What you should be doing after 6. I want you to play over here. Remember, no contact sports. There can be a risk of accidents there or something which is not so great. So play over here, swimming, skipping, running, jogging, cycling, etc. 9:30 ke baad, eat your dinner, go to sleep. 10:30 you should be on your bed. Your light should be off by 10:30 so that you can be fit and fine and ready at 5 a.m. in the morning. Begin your day with a small prayer or meditation. End your day also with a small prayer or a meditation. This is important. These are things which will help you stay focused, stay alert, and avoiding distraction. These are three areas which is extremely and primarily important for you to work very hard in this phase. These are the phases that you're going to work, right? These are the phases that you're going to work. And for you to work effectively and efficiently in these phases, you must be having big focus. You must be alert while you are focusing on your important career goals, and you should be willing and ready to distract your distraction. Now, I want you to have your textbook with you while you are studying, the book in which you have all the answers or your references. Now, I want you to have three more things with you while you study. The first is past papers. The second is all top schools papers. Now in Maharashtra, let's say there's a Parle Tilak Vidyalaya, which is an amazing school and their question papers are too good. I want you to figure out the top 5 or 10 schools that you believe normally produces great ranks. So get un schools ka question papers, preliminary question papers, and then you can even pick up the prelim papers of Navneet or Target publication. I'm a big fan of both these publications because they provide very good content, extremely good content, error-free content is what these publications provide. So you can get in touch with your bookstall and get the past papers, the best schools which produces rankers and which has board moderators, unka prelim papers and Navneet or Target's additional question papers. Now, what do you do with them? You use them to sit and study during these slots. So how are you going to study during these slots? Now, for the next 13 odd days and during the time of your examination, your diet is going to be very important. So, what you eat is going to directly work on your whole system, and that's also going to help you be alert and be full with your focus. Your diet is important. I'm no expert for diet, but I'm going to tell you with my experience what you should be doing with the diet. So, have a lot of proteins and lot of water. Have fruits and have a lot of veggies. Have a lot of veggies, that's important. Okay, avoid this oily food, avoid the maida types, which takes a lot of time for digestion, like the pastas and pizzas and burgers and all your Tetra Pak products. Avoid everything which is high on sodium, which is high on oil, which is high on all these preservative content. For the next 40 odd days, make sure that you have good food, because you can't afford to fall sick. Can you? You can't afford to fall sick, right? So घर का खाना, less oil. घर का खाना हमेशा अच्छा होता है, right? Dal, rice, curd, bhaji, leafy vegetables. So have this. Now with this, you should have a lot of dry fruits. Have a lot of dry fruits, but water intake has to be very good, because it will keep you hydrated all throughout. So this is a very quick little tidbits on how your diet should be. So once your diet is also in control, you have every reason to stay well focused. So when you're sitting to study in a particular slot, let's say you're studying from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning, what do you study? Keep the question paper with you and look at every question. So when you look at the first question, you can say that ये मुझे आता है, second question आता है, third question नहीं आता है. So what do you do with the third question? Open your book, read the third question, learn the third question, know it for sure, then come to the fourth question. Check out the fourth question. आता है, ठीक है, नहीं आता है. Now that's what you will go and study. So go open the textbook, study the fifth question, then come back and see whether sixth आता है क्या आता है, seventh आता है, eighth आता है, नहीं आता है. Go and study the eighth question. So you see what I'm trying to tell you? Don't read a chapter now. Don't read the textbook now. Solve papers. Okay, I'm not telling you to sit and solve the paper using the full 2 hours or 3.5 hours. I'm telling you to sit with the paper, go through the question paper, and whatever you don't understand, whenever you don't understand, go and study. Now, listen to this carefully. The papers that I've told you to solve, the past papers, the top school prelim papers, as well as the Navneet or the target, put together, this is 15 papers. If in the next 13 days that you have in hand, if in the next 13 days, how do I say 13 days? In February, we may have something close to 6 odd days. In March, you have another 7 odd days. That's all. 13 days is what you have. In 13 days, if you could use your time wisely and revise through 15 papers, 10 papers at least, of each paper, of each subject, if you can solve 10 to 15 question papers of each subject, if you can solve in the next 13 odd days, you have a heavy chance of crossing 88 and 92 percentage. Tell me, if you solve 15 papers in the next 13 days, if you go through, read, revise and study 15 papers in the next 13 days, what is the chance that they can ask you a question which is outside this? Even if there is a probability, it's going to be less than 10%, right? So here's your biggest chance. So let us say you're weak in equations. So what do? Open up the question in which equations come. Let us say it is question number 3. Open up the paper, open up the paper and find out that particular question where all equations come. Now, go through 15 papers and do that question for all 15 papers. You see how confident you will be at the end of solving those 15 papers? Similarly, Patra Lekhan or an essay. If you look at 15 question papers and if you take the essays of all the 15 question papers, tell me what is the probability that in this board examination which you are going to give, they are going to ask you an essay which is outside these? Impossible, right? You will at least get 2 from these 15 papers, which is why I say solve question papers. You get a detailed hang of what's going to come in your board examination. You not only get used to the kind of questions, you are also aware and increasing your probability of knowing what is going to come in your board examination. Therefore, I'm a big believer of solving question papers in the last 15 days. Dump every other activity that you're doing and get into solving question papers. Learn, read the question, go to the textbook and study that. Again, read another question, go to the textbook and study that. In this way, you would have not only increased your strength, confidence, focus, alertness, you've also been ready to know and predict what your paper is going to be like. And I've just told you that your focus has to be right. You have to be very alert and you should distract distractions. So what are distractions? One of the biggest distractions during this phase is, sir, यहाँ पर important questions मिल रहा है, मैं लूँ क्या? or somebody will just call you up and tell you, hey, ye pakka padhiya aayega. These are all going to be many distractions. There's going to be plenty of distractions. There will be some coaching class who will tell you there is an aptitude test, and if you get good marks in that aptitude test, they will give you 1 lakh rupees discount. Avoid every distraction. Somebody will tell you, come take this question paper will definitely come, buy it. Avoid every distraction. I am telling you, textbook के बाहर SSC में कुछ नहीं आता है, so just pick up the past question papers and solve it. That is all what you have to do. Don't fall trap to any marketing gimmick or any possibility where they are going to distract you. It can be your friends, it can be your neighbors, it can be somebody. Your time is so important, children. Don't fall prey to temptations. Use all your time to prepare for these examinations and go through these 15 question papers, any 15 question papers, and you will really strike gold. Work on distracting distractions and don't fall for distraction. Keep your focus alert like superb. Keep it ready so that you can really fight that battle. Do you have any further questions on how you should utilize the next 13 days before your examination? Do you have a particular subjective doubts? Like maybe you can come up and tell me, sir, I didn't understand resistance in series. Or maybe you can come up and tell me that, sir, I want help in this particular numerical or equations or essay or a question paper. We would love to come out to you and help you in whatever way you want. In whatever way you think this can help you. So you can punch in your questions, you can punch in your doubts, and we'll be more than happy to solve that online for you so that you don't have to waste time, and we're available for you. So do share this video, do like this video, subscribe to the channel, because that's going to give you a latest update. Now, big thing, the big news is I'm going to come with one more video before your board examination and tell you how you should use the time during your board examination, how you should focus on, what you should focus on, what you should precisely study. And I'm also going to share some important probable questions, which is revising every subject in that particular day. So good, all the best. And parents, be with the children as they are going through this difficult phase of their life. Motivate them, encourage them, avoid tagging them, avoid comparing them, avoid criticizing them, avoid mocking them. Just encourage them, be with them, extend your tender touch to them, motivate them in every possible way you can. Good luck to you, parents. I know you're going through a tough time. Good luck to you, children. All the very best. May God really bless you all. Give you the endurance that you can pass through, and give you the peace that can pass through every understanding and every particular situation. Good luck. Stay well. Be blessed.